إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد. We continue in proving the eminence and importance of Salat in the Deen of Islam. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrated, I heard Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying, أرأيتم لو أن نهرا بباب أحدكم يغتسل فيه كل يوم 5 ما تقول ذلك يبقي من درنه؟ قالوا لا يبقي من درنه شيئا. قال فذلك مثل الصلوات الخمس يمحو الله به الخطايا. On the authority of Abu Hurairah said that the Messenger of Allah said, if there was a river, or if there were a river at the door of any one of you, so a river outside the door of each and every one of us dwelling. If there were a river at the door of any one of you, and he took a bath in this river 5 times a day, would you notice any dirt on him? They said not a trace of dirt would be left, because he would be bathing 5 times a day in this river. So obviously there would be no trace of dirt left on him. So the Prophet ﷺ said, then that is the example of the 5 prayers with which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala erases evil deeds. So it is a physical example for the effect of salat, the prayer. When a person prays 5 times, Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib and Isha, it's as if he is cleansing himself from the sins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives his evil deeds. Now the scholars explain that these evil deeds here, the Prophet ﷺ is referring to are the minor ones, the minor evil deeds, because as we said, the major sins are only forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once a person repents from this major sin. He does not commit it anymore. He sincerely asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. He feels bad for committing this major sin and promises Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to never go back to this major sin. In that case, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives his major sin. Abu Dharr radiallahu anhu has narrated that once the Prophet ﷺ came out, it was autumn, the season of autumn, he held 2 branches of a tree and shook them so the leaves of the branches began to fall. He said, Abu Dharr. So Abu Dharr answered him in all due respect. He says, O Messenger of Allah, I am here. The Messenger of Allah said, when a Muslim performs salah, seeking the pleasure of Allah, his sins fall just like the leaves fall off this tree. So the Prophet ﷺ took a tree branch with some leaves stuck to it. Obviously it was the autumn season. It was very easy for the leaves to fall. So the Prophet ﷺ shook the branch so the leaves fell. And he ﷺ told Abu Dharr that when a Muslim performs a prayer, his sins fall off of him as easily as this leaf fell off this branch. And he ﷺ saying, Allah has made 5 obligatory salat. He who did his ablution well, his wudu, whomever makes wudu well, and performs the salat punctually, that means in the allotted time for the salat, and he did his ruku', his bowing, in a perfect manner, and with fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, such a worshipper has a promise from Allah that He will forgive him. Again, we're talking here about the minor sins. So a person makes his 5 prayers, he makes his wudu well, and then he performs his salat also in the allotted time. and he does his ruku' perfectly, his sujood, he prays with fear and humility before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is bound to forgive his minor sins. Anas radiallahu anhu narrated that a man came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said that he had committed a sin and deserved to be penalized for his transgression. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not inquire about the nature of his sins. In the meantime, the time for the salah approached, and that man performed salah with him. When the Prophet ﷺ finished the salah, that man stood up and again told the Prophet ﷺ that he had reached the limit in sinning and that he should enforce Allah's law on him. So he ﷺ said to him, هل حضرت معنا الصلاة؟ قال نعم. قال قد غفر لك. Have you not performed salah with us? This person said yes. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, your sin has been pardoned. This may also be the story of the trader that he was trading in clothing and fabric, and a woman came to him. So it was at the time of the Prophet. So it was only him and her. And then Shaitan made whisper to him, and he asked her to go inside the store so that she may see some more fabric. So when she went inside the store, he jumped on her and he kissed her. But then at this stage, he stopped short of committing the evil act, and he left feeling bad for his sin. He went to the Prophet ﷺ and he told him, "O Prophet, I did such and such evil deed." So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the verses, إِنَّ الْحَسَنَاتُ يُذْهِبْنَ السَّيِّئَاتِ. So this may be the same example that is referred to in this hadith. What we need to take from this is that obviously this person is a Sahabi, is a companion, and yet Shaitan was able to overcome him when he was alone with a woman. So in our society, we have to try to avoid that, even though it is between quotes normal to be alone with a woman, but we must try to avoid that, because Shaitan, as the Prophet ﷺ said, runs with the son of Adam the same way the blood runs in his veins. Okay? So a person should not say, no, I have strong faith, I'm a strong person, I will not succumb to temptation. A person should always try to avoid to be alone with a woman who is a non-mahram. That means a woman to whom he is allowed to get married. Then Ammara bin Ruwayba stated that the Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, لن يلج النار أحد صلى قبل طلوع الشمس وقبل غروبها يعني الفجر والعصر. The Prophet ﷺ said, he who performs the salat before the sunrise and the salat before the sunset shall not enter the fire at all. So these are the two salat, which are the Fajr and Asr prayer. These are two of the most important prayers in the day. The scholars explain because the Fajr salat and the Asr salat come at a time when a person is usually sleeping. So of course, when a person is sleeping, it is difficult for him to wake up and offer the prayer on time. Whomever forces himself to actually wake up and offer this prayer, he has done a very good deed. And this is a means and proof of his faith. And as a result, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guarantees him to enter Jannah. Obviously, let not someone understand from this that he should only offer these two prayers and neglect the rest. We are saying that these two prayers are more important because it is more difficult to perform them due to the fact that a person will be sleeping around that time. And then Jundub bin Abdullah narrated that the Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, "Man salla subha fahuwa fi dhimmatillah." He who performed the Fajr Salah is in the custody of Allah. That means he has a covenant and peace from Allah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to protect him. Dhimmatillah. So a person who prays in congregation, the Fajr Salah in its due time, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it upon himself subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect this person throughout the day. Then Abu Hurairah narrated that the Messenger of Allah said, يتعاقبون فيكم ملائكة بالليل والنهار ملائكة بالليل وملائكة بالنهار ويجتمعون في صلاة الفجر وصلاة العصر ثم يعرج الذين باتوا فيكم فيسألهم وهو أعلم بهم كيف تركتم عبادي فيقولون تركناهم وهم يصلون وأتيناهم وهم يصلون. Now we know that each person has a number of angels surrounding him, right? We have the angel on the right that writes the good deeds, the angel on the left that writes the evil deeds, the angel that is our qareen that orders us to do good deeds. The same way there is also a qareen from jinn with each and every one of us who orders us to do evil deeds. There are also al-malaika al-hafadha, angels who protect us from bad things to happen. له معقبات من بين يديه ومن خلفه يحفظونه من أمر الله. So these angels, for example, sometimes, just as an example, it so happens that you want to cross the road. Then all of a sudden a bus is coming, and before you know it, you actually jump to the back. So this is the job of these angels, to protect you from these bad things to happen to you. Unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decrees that bus would hit the person, then the angels would let the person succumb to whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had decreed to that person. In addition to that, it's not the same angels that are with us all the time. As the hadith here explains, there are some angels that are with us during the day from Fajr until Asr. Other angels are with us from Asr until Fajr. Okay? But they both gather with each and every one of us during these prayer times. So during the Fajr Salat, we have the daytime shift angels plus nighttime shift angels that are together with us. And the same thing during the Asr Salat. So, for example, in the case of Asr Salat, the night shift angels would come down to us. And then the daytime shift angels would go back up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask them, what did you leave my slave doing? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows very well what we are doing. As the Prophet said, oh, أعلم به. So these angels, they tell him, oh Allah, we left him praying. This is one of the reasons why the Asr Salat is very important. Similarly, during the Fajr prayer, the angels that were with us throughout the night, they go up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah asks them, what did you leave my slave doing? They say, we left him praying. So that every time a shift comes and goes, that person is in a state of worship. So of course Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of His mercy, He forgives the sins of that person. Is this point clear? You know we have two shifts of angels with us, right? Okay. So that's why it is very important for us to make sure that we offer our salat on time, especially the Fajr Salat and the Asr Salat, and especially in congregation, so that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks the angels about our state, they will tell Him that we are in a state of prayer. We also take this benefit from the fact that the Prophet ﷺ used to fast Mondays and Thursdays, because our deeds are shown to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on Mondays and Thursdays. So the Prophet ﷺ said that I would like for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be presented my deeds while I am in a state of fasting. While I am in a state of fasting. So when our deeds are presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's best for the report to show that the last thing that you were doing before the report was submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a good deed. Prayer, fasting, sadaqah, something like that. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. جزاكم الله خيرا. Yeah, thank you.
السلام عليكم. الحمد لله.
والله لا برضه قال لي خلاص كان برا. شوف بقى.
تعمل ايه انت؟ الشيخ عبد الله عمل ايه المشكله؟ المشكله ما تصلح. خالص ما تأجلش. افرض جرى له حاجة بكرة، افرض جرى له حاجة بكرة، يعني ما تأجلش يعني ما.
ان شاء الله.
لا أنا عايز أروح أسلم عليه ومش عايز أروح أسلم، هيسألني وبعدين أقول له إيه وبعدين يعني عشان خاطر الوالدة برضه تتأثر بالكلام ده وكده.
خلاص انا
وبعدين أنت بتقول هو مش عارف.
لا هو مش عارف، لانه اذا كلمت معاه هقول له لو قلت له ممكن تحصل فتنه وتفسد العلاقه
لا ولا تفتح ولا تفتح موضوعات ولا بتاع. السلام والتحية وبتاع وكويسين وبتاع وبعدين طبعا هيسأل، لأنه هيسألك يقول لك طب أنت جيت إمتى؟ فأما تروح له في آخر الشهر يقول لك طب ما جيتش، يبقى يفتح موضوع تاني.
لا حتى مش حرام يعني، لو كان حاجه بس ولا حاجه بس عشان
أنت مريت على الوالدة؟
طبعا.
شفتها يعني، ضروري هي عارفة، ضروري هي عارفة إنك. طيب
يعني جدا مش أمر يعني دنيا ولا حاجة، بس خلاص خير إن شاء الله.
لا يعني الصلح خير برضه، خاصة إن هو ما هوش عارف إنه بيسأل عليك. سنة الأحسن إن شاء الله. كويسة. طيب خير إن شاء الله.